Well, something I've always wanted to do, and yet I have to say, Paul, a little bit afraid to, because flying a drone can be a bit intimidating, but this is actually what you guys do.
It is, that's right. Yeah, we try and teach people to still have fun and actually be safe.
So walk us through kind of the components of the drone here.
Sure, what we have here is a basic quadcopter that we use for training specifically. On here, this is actually quite an advanced one. It has the ability to be programmed to do all kinds of fancy stuff. It's just a basic 4-rotor with 4 motors and 4 blades, and flies for about 20 minutes.
Fantastic. Well, Kate, let's get it going up in the air, and then we can chat a little bit, Paul, about what the training program is like. I mean, there's obviously professional drone flyers, I'm sure, and we'll talk about that later. Go ahead, Kate. But what we want to do is show people that anyone can actually learn how to do this.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about the program.
So in our program, what we do is we teach people to actually fly these safely in areas like this, where it's basically out of the way of the general public, and we have good insurance covering us here. And
you have to be concerned, obviously, about the regulations about where you can fly, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're at a hobby field right now, the regulations are quite lax. If we were flying in the city, for example, then there would be considerably more to be worried about things like privacy and the safety of the general public. And so that's why we get people out here to teach them basic maneuvers like what Kate's doing right here, so that they can actually fly safely in more urban areas if they ever did.
Fantastic. Well, that is one kind of drone. Coming up in the next segment, this is the one they're going to let me fly. For more details, by the way, on Aerobotika, you can check out their website. Well, not all drones are created equal. We saw, Paul, a bigger drone that was used for training purposes in our first segment. Now you're going to start me a bit small, right?
That's right, yeah. We're starting nice and small. It's a very low energy, so it's not going to hurt anybody.
Excellent. Walk us through the control here.
Okay, so here we have our basic controls are up and down, which I won't use because it's turned on right now. This is actually going to rotate it in either direction, and this is actually going to have it go in this kind of direction on a plane.
So how complicated is it for me to be able to fly this here? Because I'm a little bit stressed out. I did play a few video games in my youth.
Yeah, well,
this looks like a familiar controller.
Yeah, it should be familiar
Okay.
if you're a gamer. It is a little bit complicated, especially if you turn orientation, but let's see what you can do.
Okay, and you can talk me through.
Yeah.
Now, if it starts to come at me, that's going to be the big one that oh, here we're flying.
There we go. And use your right thumb to bring it back here.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
See?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so for anyone that's learning, I'll try to keep it so it's a good job. How do we bring it down? Oh, okay. No, I didn't wreck this. I didn't wreck it, right?
No,
okay.
It's still going. There you go. Very durable. This is why we use it as a trainer.
Now, for anyone that wants to learn how to fly a drone, obviously, listen, I'm doing better than I thought, although I can't seem to bring it back to me. At what point do you start to get a little bit to a more complicated or a bigger drone, more sophisticated? That's probably the word I want to use.
Well, we would put you through several hours of simulator training and training on a machine like this before we even put you on the one that Kate was flying earlier.
How do I bring it back towards me? I'm trying to get it back toward me.
Let's use your right,
the big
and we'll
one?
bring it down a little bit because you're about 20-something feet up there.
It's coming right at me.
There we go.
This is so fun. I'm assuming people can get gift certificates for lessons.
Absolutely, yeah, and we're going to be doing public seminars as well that tell people about the machines and about the industry.
Excellent. Okay. For more details, by the way, on Aerobotika, you can check out their website. But wow, I'm just going to keep flying this drone. I just can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Oh, it's going. It's gone. Well, this is definitely a bigger drone than the one I was working with, Paul. Once again, for people just joining us, this is a training model, right?
Yeah, this one we bought specifically for training our students just because it's so durable and the parts are easy to get.
I have to say, Jim, doing a good job. You keep flying that drone. People have lots of questions with respect to safety, and I think probably the bigger concern is privacy. What do people need to know about that?
Well, generally speaking, when a hobbyist is responsible, they've been through the proper training between one of our seminars, they're going to respect people's privacy, they're going to respect safety as well. Also, you know, from a commercial aspect, we have better things to be doing than actually looking through people's windows.
You got lots of gadgets here. Let's talk through some of the items here that you have for commercial use.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we have our laptops that are actually set up to communicate with the drones so that we can program to do specialized tasks. This is all for commercial uses. We also have our radio here so that we can actually listen to air traffic, make sure it's nice and safe.
So when you talk about commercial uses, would you be talking about things like photographers? What kinds of things would count as that?
Yeah, we work with everything from actually news agencies to photographers, surveyors and agriculture people as well.
And the communication with NAV Canada is so important because there's actually legal implications. You can't just fly wherever the heck you want to fly.
That's right, that's right. It's very important that we keep the proper distance from air traffic.
What is this here?
So this here is our trainer that we use for teaching people that are doing that are going to be using a fixed wing aircraft like this, a little more advanced than this once they're in the air with it, to do things like mapping and collecting data on their crops.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow, so many great uses. I mean, you can turn a hobby into a job, but for more details and to get the proper safety training, you can of course check out these guys online, but check that out. Wow, it's just so incredible.